Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Plothole Podcast.
Whoa, we came back.
We're professionals.
I'm so surprised.
We did, guys. We still have at least this one in us before we give up.
Yeah.
So much like Pan, this podcast is going to be bi-weekly. Sorry to out you like that, Pan.
Oh,
Shit,
God.
man.
You fucking added him.
I know that's a cardinal sin, but I think the joke was worth it.
The funny thing is that you didn't even get it right.
Yeah, whatever.
They're all the same.
That was a good attempt.
So speaking of jokes, my friend, he works up at a national park, and he's a ranger there, and one of his jobs that he does is he takes people, like, in a bus, and he always has to tell people that, a list of things that aren't his fault. Like how other people will stop on the highway to look at a bear or deer. He's like, and let me specify that we are indeed on a highway, and people just stop. It's like, I have to stop because they stopped. That's not my fault. Don't yell at me. And he has to give this whole list of things of what to do and what not to do in the park. And I told him he should tell the people to not when he's telling them to not feed the bears, he should say something along the lines of, it's like, don't feed the bears, because when you feed the bears are going to quit their 9-to-5 jobs and think that they can get their food for their bear family from humans. And much like how we think all bears look the same, bears think we all look the same. So they don't know that you who gave them food isn't the same person a week later. They think it's you still. And when that person doesn't give them food, they're going to get mad and they're going to start attacking people. And now I got to go get my gun, break into his bear cave while he's eating his bear dinner with his bear family, and kill him in front of his bear kids.
Dear fucking God.
And the bear kids go on a killing spree to avenge their dead bear dad.
They turn into Frank Castle bears.
No, they just turn into Frank Castle.
Yeah, it's a never-ending cycle of violence. So please don't feed the bears.
The children on the bus are crying.
Yeah, probably.
Adds to the joke.
The funny thing is that's the second thing on the list, and he goes on for a half an hour.
Yeah. Me and that friend have also been playing a lot of Dokapon Kingdom on PS2.
Ah, nice, dude.
Yeah.
That is fun. I'm not good at it.
Of course you aren't.
We started over because I was like, I'm done being the mage. We added AI, which, as stressful as the AI can be, it makes it a little bit better whenever it's just not one person dominating over the other. We started off with, he was a thief, I was a warrior, then we had 2 mages. We now have a cleric. He turned into a cleric after he mastered the thief skill, the thief job. The AI, one of the AI mages both AI mages became a warrior, and then I turned into a mage, because I was a warrior. Turned to a mage. I decided I was going to become a spell sword, and then we don't know anything about the game, so I looked it up, looking up a bunch of items, what they do as we play, and I looked up the different classes, okay, let's go to spell sword, what's a spell sword, and then come to find out, spell sword is considered to be the worst class in the game. I'm like, oh, fun. So I'm making my way there. If I decided I don't like spell sword, I have to become a acrobat, I think.
The worst class in D&D. Have you ever seen the D&D cartoon?
No,
I haven't.
Danny from Game Grumps talked about this one during a really long time ago during their Mario Sunshine playthrough, but I want to bring it up. In the cartoon, all the kids get classes, so it's just warrior, wizard, thief, acrobat. The last kid gets stuck with the shittiest job.
But is somehow one of the most competent.
Yeah.
You seen the D&D cartoon?
No, I just saw a review of it from Pro Jared or whatever.
So we, unfortunately, another thing me and my friend had to do was we don't have the time to finish Persona 3.
Rip.
So
Good, I would not watch that playthrough.
Time never waits, delivers all equally to the same end. You who wish to safeguard the future, however limited it may be, you'll be given 1 year. Go forth without falter, with your heart as your stop.
Friedrich Nietzsche.
How do people survive spider bites then? And then look, it shows their knees. That's Igor, right?
Yeah.
He had 2 chicks before in Persona 5, I think, right?
Yeah.
Does he change chicks every game like James Bond? Does he fuck them?
No.
Oh. Well, you never know. He probably does. He's probably some pervy old fuck
Who fucks
And
them with his nose?
I don't think he does. Oh god.
With his big dick-shaped nose.
So we skipped just to the movies.
The movies are
So,
fun.
so we're watching the 4 movies, and I'm debating on how we're going to do. If we're just going to skip to the Persona 4 anime and just start jumping 5, or watch the Persona 4 anime, or play 4. I prefer to play 4. I've also been itching to get back to it, but I really don't have a reason to. You know, it's a long game. I can't
I'm
just.
thinking about getting a Vita and getting Golden.
Oh, do it. Or get a PS TV.
I'm
if
buying
you
a
can,
PS
find one.
TV when I
I'm
get
getting
the
a
chance.
Vita because I know I'm gonna be on the road a lot when I'm
Yeah.
moving to college. So like, I can't bring a television in the car with me.
Of course you can. You just gotta
Tape to the top.
You know what's the best thing about the Vita is?
What?
The battery life. The battery life is so good on the Vita. Because I would play when I was during the period when I was playing Persona 4 Golden. I was stuck working these really long shifts, but I couldn't bring the Vita, and so I'd go in early, go through a dungeon, and then I don't know why. If I was like halfway through a dungeon and I couldn't stop, I just paused the game and put it in sleep mode. Come back 10 hours later, Vita barely lost any battery power.
Wow.
I love that handheld. It's just, I wish Sony really supported it.
You know, it's really funny and something that I only realized like an hour ago.
What?
All 4 members of this podcast, even though one isn't here, we each like one of the 4 investigation team girls.
Oh yeah.
Like, Andrew, you like Chie, I like Risei, Regrets likes Yukiko, and Pan likes Naoto.
Naoto's a close second for me.
Yeah, Naoto
Whoops.
is really a close second.
Thought my phone was silenced.
I can't wait to play Persona 4.
Same.
Hopefully on stream. Let me
I'm
just
also
plug
gonna
those
be
real
getting
quick.
Dancing all night.
Oh, I can't wait for those either. I'm excited for Dancing All Night on PS4. You have to do Persona 4 Dancing All Night story mode on stream. The story is surprisingly good.
My wallet's gonna fucking scream at me because, hey, guess what? Not only do I have to buy the fucking collector's edition of the Persona dancing games, but then 3 days later I have to fucking buy Smash Ultimate.
Hell yeah, I have a job.
There's just 3 day difference between Smash Ultimate and Persona Dancing.
Yeah, it's the 4th and 7th.
Wow.
Oh,
I know, right?
wow.
Good thing I don't have a Switch.
Well, I do, and I really do feel the need to buy Smash Ultimate.
So this is going to be fairly old news by the time this is already old news now. But do you guys know about the 500 million PlayStation?
No,
Yeah. We talked about it on stream.
we did.
Oh yeah, we did.
You know what it looks like?
Huh?
Did you play the Ratchet and Clank remake?
No.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, it looks like Ratchet's armor.
But it really shows. It's really funny because it really shows how Sony does not care for the PlayStation Vita.
Oof.
Because on the front of the console is going to be this copper plate with serial numbers denoting milestones in Sony's history for PlayStation's history. So the first one is the U.S. launch of PlayStation 1. Then it's the U.S. launch of PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation VR.
Oof.
Completely skip over Vita.
Oh, PlayStation, why? I don't have one because I only found out about Persona last year.
The Vita failed for many reasons. One of the reasons being proprietary memory cards that were way too... That's the thing that sucks. I spent about $60 for a 32 gigabyte memory card for the Vita.
Jeez.
It is overpriced. There's no third-party ones because they didn't want the Vita to be an emulator machine like the PSP was.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So they have proprietary memory cards. So that sucks. They're so expensive. Unnecessarily expensive, and good luck finding one.
I'm buying a PS TV. I'm not getting a Vita.
You still need a memory card.
Fuck!
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Alright.
get the Vita at this point.
If you can, try and get the original Vita. What I prefer about it over the current Vita is it's a little heavier. The new one is really light, which is you think would be like a better thing, but would be better overall. But it's like more plastic on the outside, and the old Vita has metal, and it just feels the new Vita just feels a little flimsy to me.
Wait, does it look like this? Because I'm ordering it off Amazon.
Yeah, that's the old. That's the
Okay,
old one.
cool.
Because the old Vita has what was really nice to see. The old Vita has an OLED screen
Man,
compared to the
exactly
new
what I
one's LED.
wanted.
So the OLED's really nice.
I'm getting like Persona 4 Golden and Dancing All Night and the Vita for a total of like $211, so it's a pretty good deal, I think.
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, Dancing All Night's really fun. That's the first game I platinumed.
The funny thing is, those two games are like $20 on Amazon.
Yeah.
I got Persona 3 and Nocturne for $20.
I'm trying to get my friend to play Persona 4 Golden, and he just refuses because he doesn't like anime. But you can't have a Vita and not have the highest rated game on that console.
Oh, you mean like 1 of 10?
It's like having an N64 and never owning Super Mario 64.
That'd be a sad life.
Dude, why the fuck are you calling me out?
What's wrong with you?
SMH.
Yeah, but do you know how bad those fucking controls are?
The controls are not bad for Mario 64.
I mean, probably not for Mario 64, but fucking Star Fox is terrible.
Starefax?
Don't make fun of my accent.
The first time I played Star Fox on... The Star Fox 64 was actually on an emulator, so I wouldn't know. Using keyboard controls.
Oh my god, it's pretty bad. They use the same 2 buttons to do like 8 things.
Oh, gross.
But the thing is, it's only... Like, you know, of course, do a barrel roll and do all those maneuvers, but the thing is, the control stick isn't the best, so it just messes up what maneuver you're doing. So when it throws you into, like, free fly, where you have to, like, fly around a big boss, it makes it pretty, like, weird to play it.
Why does Nintendo keep re-releasing Star Fox 64?
Because they haven't made another good one since.
Oh, I thought you were going to say since, like, Assault or...
Fucking oh my god, those 2 games. No,
I know they didn't start off as Star Fox games, right? They started off as something else.
I think.
Assault may have started as a Star Fox game. Adventure, I know, didn't.
I've got a few topics to talk about.
Okay.
Oh, I was about to bring up Smash.
Oh, okay. Let's bring up Smash. Let's do Smash.
So with all these new character releases, have you guys thought of changing your new main?
No.
No. I don't really have a main. I just kind of play as whoever.
Still gonna play as Marth.
I start off as Link, then I'll move on to Ganondorf, then Bowser, and then I'll just start selecting random characters from there. Maybe Samus. But I feel like there's so many characters now that it feels kind of weird to just only play as one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm Mr. Competitive over here, so of course I'm gonna have my competitive made. But when it comes to playing with like friends and stuff, I'll just choose whoever.
Pichu, because clearly he's top tier.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Pikachu's top tier.
Pichu,
for
man.
the win.
Fuck Pikachu.
No, it's Pikachu for... Fine, sit on your fucking low tiers. I'll fucking ladder.
Tiers are shit anyway.
Yeah.
One of my friends that I would play Smash with for the Wii U, absolutely, like he started getting into competitive, and he only ever, anytime like he'd play, it was only ever on Smashville.
Oh no.
And that's really, and what I hate most about it now is that I have fueled this hatred in Animal Crossing music for me, because I was just stuck listening to the same Animal Crossing tracks. And I like Animal Crossing. But like if I played on 3DS, whenever I played on 3DS and I hear the music, I'm like, oh, bad memories. He also hates like what he calls walk-off stages, so stages where you can't fall to your death.
Oh.
So those got blocked.
Those I don't care about like what stage we play.
And no items. I was like, I love items.
Items
so
are
much
fun.
chaos.
These new ones are looking great.
The amount of chaos that they bring into any match
It's
is
beautiful.
so much fun. I understand why he didn't like the items though. He had really bad luck where he would just randomly blow up. Like there's this. I
have the best luck with items. I got a story for you guys.
One of the replays that I had saved involved one of the motion sensor bombs being thrown on the ground and forgotten about for like a minute, and he almost killed me. And then he went to run back and stepped on it and it killed him. There are a few times where like a box will just spawn on him and just blow up. like there's one replay. I don't know if it was able to get saved because the Wii U updated or Smash had an update, so the replays get thrown away, which sucks. But he's just standing there. Me and someone else are fighting. And he's just standing there watching, and then a box appears and blows up and kills him.
Oh my god!
He's just standing there. Poor guy.
That poor man.
I have a weirdly good luck when it comes to items, because I picked up like a capsule, and you know how capsules can sometimes just be bombs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 of my friends are fighting, and my friend Jackson, he's playing as Captain Falcon, and he manages to finally kill my other friend. But that fight left him over, I think it's like 100%. You know in Smash 4 how if you hit lava and you're a high enough percent, it automatically kills you? So he's left at that, and it's like we each have like one stock left. But I'm playing as Toon Link, and I decide, and there's a capsule that drops right in front of me, so I grab it, and I sprint up to him, and I throw it. But what I said isn't the greatest choice of words, and I'm not gonna say it here because it could be used against me.
Use the slur.
Yep, I definitely did that. 100%. Not like I screamed I'm a terrorist or whatever, and I threw a bomb and I threw a capsule, which I was hoping was a bomb, and it was a bomb, and I ended up hitting him. He flew up into the lava and died, and his immediate reaction was he gets up and just like leaves.
Oof.
He just goes out. He just walks outside and comes back like 10 minutes later. He wasn't a fun. He was sometimes fun to play Smash with.
Sometimes fun.
Yeah, other times you get way too competitive. I watched him play the final boss of, I think, Bowser's Inside Story, and he was drenched in sweat.
Why? Was it hot or something?
No, he was just
not
sitting.
That stressful.
He was just sitting there playing it, and he was just like, "Oh my god!" Like I'm playing a completely different game on the TV. I'm at his house, and I'm just playing it. I'm just playing a game. I forgot what game I was playing, but he was just playing. He was sitting, like I think we were in his brother's room because that's where the Wii U was. So he's just like his brother has like a high up bed, so he's sitting under it, just on his DS playing Bowser's Inside Story, sweating profusely because he's so stressed out on the boss fight. And I think I'm playing like Yoshi's Woolly World, just having a pleasant time.
I sweat very easily. It doesn't take a whole lot for me to start sweating.
I don't sweat very much. Well, like when I work out, I just don't sweat a lot.
We don't break until this guy sweats.
Yeah, so I immediately just start, like, there are times, like, when I'm getting ready for work, I'll put a shirt on, and then I'm immediately, like, hot and sweating.
Oof.
One of the worst things was when my AC went out. Living in the desert, not the best thing to happen. Coming in after work and looking at your thermostat, seeing 90 degrees, wanted to kill myself. It was so bad.
Yeah, we have an air conditioner or fan in every single room in my house.
We got fans because our air conditioner broke at the beginning of summer. It was great.
Oh, that sucks.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
So one of the topics that I have, I'll let you guys choose my topic because I don't know which one to choose. Favorite game series, first console / game played, bad games that you like.
I could seriously just talk about two of those. Like, they're pretty quick. Like, my first game console was a GameCube. First game played, I think, was Sly Cooper for the PS2. Played at my cousin's house. Favorite game series? It's a really tough one because I like a lot. But a game series that I can just play no matter how I feel is Mega Man.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed those. Since we're changing up the schedule for October streams, for my birthday stream, we're probably just going to play like Mega Man X or something. Because looking at it now, Persona 5 might be a really tough one to stream at that time. Yeah, we'll save it for like winter break or something.
How about you, Pam?
My first console, I think, was, I think it was GameCube, but I can't remember because it was a while ago. A really long-ass time ago. And I just remember when I was younger, my brother was like, "You can't play on the GameCube, it's my GameCube," or whatever. And it was
You've told us this before.
That. Yeah.
You're leaving out a certain detail, and I understand why you're leaving
Yeah,
it out.
and it was like, okay. So I just never played
Yeah,
GameCube.
whatever.
Then I guess I think my first game was, it was this weird puzzle game on Game Boy Advance. It was like, God, what can I compare it to? It was called like Snood or something like that.
Snood.
Hang on.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let me see if I can find it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
But that was like the first game I ever played.
Snood. Oh yeah, it's like a puzzle game, kind of like Bejeweled, like a Bejeweled clone.
Not Bejeweled. It's like one of those, like, you know, the ones where you throw the bubbles. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah,
one of those games.
I see it.
Snood.
A rethemed version of Taito's Puzzle Bobble.
Oh.
Bubble Bobble, dude?
Oh, I love Bubble Bobble.
Puzzle Bobble.
Bubble Bobble confused me the first time I played it. Because, like, we blow bubbles, get the guys in the bubbles, and kick them.
Yes, I like kicking people.
For me, my first console was the Nintendo 64.
Ooh.
I don't exactly remember when I got it, but it was around 2000, 2002. I think.
You got it
the
around
first-
the time that the GameCube came out?
Oh, yeah, you're right. Man, I don't know when I got it. I probably got it around the 98 to 2000. I actually don't remember. But the first game I got that I played was Mario 64. And it's still in good condition. I think we dropped it or something. Me and my sister dropped it. And
Why were you
now
picking up to begin with?
I don't know. And so my
Because kids do stupid things.
yeah, because kids do stupid things like that. So the port 1 is chipped.
Nice,
It still
dude.
works. Still works. And I'm really sad because it actually died recently.
Aw.
It's not. It still turns on. There's something wrong with the AV output, so I gotta get that fixed. I actually did not own a whole lot of games for the 64 because I didn't have a job and I was sick. So
I would hope you didn't have a job at 6.
yeah. So the games that I owned for that one, for the 64, I had Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Space Invaders by Activision, which was really fun and really hard for me. I still don't have a memory pack for the 64, and I still haven't beaten Space Invaders because it needs a memory pack to save.
Oof.
Namco Museum, that's a fun one. And Super Smash Brothers.
I was about to say, I'm like, you know, wait, no Mario parties?
No, I'd rent those. I'd rent those.
Oh yeah, back in the days where you had to rent games.
Yeah, I'd go to Blockbuster and
Ah,
I'd
no, I was about to bring up Blockbuster. Man, I remember the tail end of Blockbuster.
I remember going to Blockbuster all the time. Nothing there. Listen, guys, because since your first console was the GameCube and you had the memory card,
Yeah.
there was nothing better than going to Blockbuster, renting like Paper Mario, for example, right?
And seeing other people say
Getting it for your week. You save the game onto the cartridge, take it back to Blockbuster, and the next time you go to Blockbuster, you manage to find the exact cartridge that you rented last week, and it still had your save file on it. And so you didn't have to start over every time. Good time. Same thing with Mario Party as well. And I was so confused because my first experience with Smash Brothers was I was at my grandma's house. We were visiting her in Oklahoma, and we brought the N64, went to Blockbuster, rented Super Smash Brothers. It had everything unlocked, and I was like, this game is awesome. Bugged my grandma to get it for me. She bought it for me, threw it in the N64. It seemed like the 4 characters that were hidden in the secret stage still locked. I was like, what is this?
What the fuck is this bullshit?
And I could never unlock Ness because I couldn't beat the game on normal mode.
Because you were really bad.
I couldn't beat Classic on normal.
Oh my god.
So I have an S now, obviously, but I was never able to beat Ness.
I have something that we probably should have brought up at the beginning of the podcast. Happy late birthday to Andrew.
Old man.
Because the day that we're recording this is the day after Andrew's birthday.
Yay.
I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's coming up next week, but whatever.
Happy
next
super
Friday.
late birthday.
Happy very, very late birthday.
Thanks, guys. So, Pan, what's your favorite game series? Oh, you already talked about that. Did you talk about
I think I have. It was just Fire Emblem. Like, I can just
Fire Emblem?
pick it up and play it.
I have a few favorite game series that I put down that I enjoy a lot. For me, one of the games that I can just go back to and I do go back to and just beat 100% is Pikmin.
Oh, yeah.
I have not played Pikmin.
It's amazing. I moved on. Get the Wii version. The Wii version's actually better than the
I don't
GameCube
have a Wii
version.
U anymore.
You suck. Then get the GameCube version.
That's what I was planning on doing if I was going to buy Pikmin.
The GameCube version, just be aware that the GameCube version has this strange glitch where if you have a yellow Pikmin and you have them, if they have bomb rocks, and then you disband them, and then you blow your whistle to call them back, they will drop the bomb rocks. So walk into the bomb rock Pikmin. Don't call them with the whistle. They fixed that in the Wii version.
I'm going to forget about that and get pissed.
Yeah, for me, Pikmin, it's the third game I had owned on GameCube. The other two being Luigi's Mansion and Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Oh, yeah.
God, I should have bought Pikmin 3.
I first learned about Pikmin through Luigi's Mansion because it had a trailer in the options or the extras menu for Luigi's Mansion. There's a trailer for Pikmin, and the trailer was so weird. It was like it almost made it sound scary because like you're trapped on a deadly planet and you have to escape. So once I got it, I instantly fell in love with that game. At the time, first playing it, the time crunch really stressed me out. 30 days
that's
to get your 30 parts. Then I died a lot, and then I kept going, kept replaying it, getting better. Then I successfully beat the game by collecting most of the unlocking all the required parts. And then it clicked in me that I was like, I need to I need 100% this game. And so I ended up playing it again until I 100%ed it. The music, so good, very atmospheric.
ambient.
Forest of Hopes, the music that plays in the Forest of Hopes, very charming. Forest of Navel's dark and really good. So the music was done digitally. They didn't use like actual instruments. And one of the things they did for the Forest Navel is you kind of hear, how when you hear someone play guitar and like their fingers slide on the strings, it makes that sound. Yeah, they actually added that.
Nice,
Wow.
dude.
Into the song to make it sound even more like someone's actually like recording it. The Distant Spring, that place stresses me out. Feels so alien. There's strong, there's really strong enemies over there. But for me, the best music comes from the trailer, right? I don't know if you guys heard any of the music from the trailers for the first Pikmin. The first trailer song that they have is called "I No Uda."
Oh, that song! It's so sad.
Which I think means love song. Yeah, it's a really sad song. I'll send you guys a link.
Yeah, I'll listen to it later.
So that song is I No Uda is sung from the Pikmin's point of view, which is why it talks about like getting eaten.
God damn, that is sad.
It is really sad, but like
So
the saddest
sad.
part of the song is like in I'm gonna like butcher the translation, but it's basically the song is like we're gonna wake up, go out, get eaten, but we'll never ask for your love in return.
Yeah.
Which is like
that is
but
sad.
But the real gut punch is the B side of that song, which is called Namida ga Afurete. Which is it's a companion piece to Aino Uda, but this one's sung from Captain Olimar. That song is super sad, because he talks about because he's talking about like how the Pikmin die for him, and he's like makes him really sad, and I think Namida ga Afurete means my tears overflowed or the tears overflowed or something. Like one part of this song is how he lets out a sigh, and it just repeats that like I let out a sigh and I didn't say that I loved you. I'm sorry.
Oh,
That is incredibly sad.
It is so sad. Even Pikmin 2 had some really good songs. In Pikmin 2, if you get 20 of each Pikmin, so 20 yellow, red, blue, purple, and white, they'll start singing I No Uda.
Yeah.
That's Pikmin. I love Pikmin so much. I just go back, probably about like once a year, I'll go back, hook the Wii U as much as I hate the Wii U, and just play through the game.
Hey, fuck that console.
I can beat Pikmin in one sitting, which isn't saying much because it's a pretty short game. But I'll just sit and just play Pikmin all day. And I don't know why, but Pikmin 2 and Pikmin 3 just didn't have that same feel for me. I gotta change how I played Pikmin 3. I gotta go back to Pikmin 3. I haven't beaten Pikmin 2 or 3. I got pretty far in Pikmin 2, and then just kind of fell out of it.
Uh-huh.
But Pikmin 2 is kind of weird because it's so weird that like in Pikmin 2 they added a new one, but the main campaign wasn't multiplayer. Pikmin 3.
Louise or whatever.
But Pikmin 2 was interesting because it became more of a dungeon crawling game since they got rid of the time limit. And then Pikmin 3 I got a little angry at because I didn't like how the way it controlled. I didn't like the gamepad. So, but I gotta get back into it. I really love that first Pikmin game. So much fun.
Anyway, speaking of video game music, in the Smash Direct they revealed the 34 tracks that they'll be using for the Castlevania stage.
Yeah.
And they redid my favorite track.
Which one?
Being Bloody Tears, of course.
Which one's that one?
I think it's the first song that you hear in Castlevania 2. It's
I played a little bit of the first Castlevania.
God,
I've
I
never
love the
touched a
Castlevania series.
game.
The relationship that the Belmonts have with Dracula is like in JoJo, the relationship that the Joestars have with Dio. But
Oof.
the funny thing is, the first game, like the NES one, is the 6th game in the timeline. The first game in the timeline is one of the PS2 games.
Oh, and welcome to Japanese video game timelines.
Yeah.
Like how with Legend of Zelda, they have 3 timelines, and they just revealed that Breath of the Wild is its own, in its own separate timeline.
Oh, God
Separate
damn
God
it.
from
damn
3.
it.
I know.
Fuck that.
Why could they not just have them converge into Breath of the Wild?
It's so much better.
The funny thing about the Belmont family, they they don't look like each other. like if you look at, okay, so 3 characters for example. So there's Simon. Do not let Smash Bros. Fool you. That's not what Simon looks like. Simon has long reddish brown hair. He's like, if you've watched JoJo, he's like Joseph Joestar. He's like cocky. Since the time period that he lives in is still in like the 100 years that it takes for Dracula to come back, so he's just sitting around hoping for Dracula to return so he can prove himself.
Oh.
So then he has his grandson, Juiced Belmont, and he has long white hair. And then there's Juiced's son, Richter, and Richter has short brown hair. What?
Dean Pool's a bitch.
The funny thing is we never see the spouses, or rarely see the spouses.
They're not important.
Clearly they asexually reproduce. Duh.
Well, then they would look exactly like each other.
Genes.
Yeah, you still have those, recessive genes.
Yes. Then eyes are a mutation. Or eye color is a mutation.
I'm a mutation. I baffle Christendom by continuing to live.
Just
My
exist.
existence is proof that there is no God.
How to get controversial in 5 seconds.
Kill me.
But who would edit the podcast?
Andrew, I already told you I'm on probation. I can't do this shit. God.
Pan calms his violent urges by eating lotion.
Oh shit, I almost forgot about that.
You're the one who made it up.
One of the things I did before joining the podcast was I looked up Phillip II of Spain's family tree. He has the same set of grandparents are his great-great-great-great-grandparents, his great-great-great-great-great-grandparents, and his great-great-great-great-great-grandparents. The same 2 people are his great times 4, 5, and 6 grandparents.
What the?
It's so bad.
Family trees, man. I don't understand.
Inbred family trees. is the dream.
Very much inbred family trees.
Incest is wincest, man. How else do you think I was conceived?
Incest, I guess, based on your...
Based on what you
Looks.
just said.
Exactly.
Guys, guess the answer that I just told you.
Lotion.
Whole lot of lotion.
What you do is you get the lotion, and you eat it to coat your insides for
You gotta make your insides
Andrew, I
just
don't
as
like where you're
moist
going
as your
with this.
outsides.
Because whenever you poop, the lotion will come out, and it'll lube it up, and you won't get constipated. Now, this does have the small side effect of your intestines being unable to absorb water.
Yeah.
Who
Lotion in
needs water?
moderation. I think there's water in lotion, so I think you'll be okay.
Let me check. I think I have a bottle of lotion somewhere nearby.
Why?
Because he
Why
eats
not?
it. We just went over this.
Who moisturizes? Who wants to have soft skin?
It just says keep out of reach of children for is some bullshit about external use only.
Let's just ignore that part.
But that's just to protect from lawsuits, don't worry.
Yeah, I don't see any
They want
water.
you to eat it.
I'm gonna just take some and...
But lotion kind of like has that like clear stuff that comes out sometimes if you let it sit. Water.
I think that's oil.
Therefore, it has to be water.
I think it's oil, because
That's
some
some really,
lotions are
really
oil-based.
good logic.
And then there's
Thank you.
water-based lotion, too, which is typically used for lube. I only know this because school told me.
Andrew's looking at that clear substance that comes out the lotion bottle. It must be
Consume.
water. Man, you're using 20s logic right now.
1920s logic?
Yeah.
No, just 20s.
Or the year 20?
The year 20. clear. It must be water. That's how Jeremiah died.
The Chad country versus the,
Where's the virgin?
versus the virgin imperialists.
It's just in the middle of Africa, the country Chad. In the middle of Africa, it's just all big buff white guys.
What do you call people from Chad? What are they? Chads?
Chadites.
Chadians? Chadites?
Chadians.
Just call them
I
Chad.
come from the planet Chad. I am a Chadite.
Oh wow, now Africa's another planet? Jeez. I know we have illegal aliens, but Jesus, man.
So the people of Chad are referred to as Chadians. There's a former French colony. They've been independent since 1960.
I still think my favorite flag is the old flag of Nigeria.
What was the old flag of Nigeria?
It's just a green flag.
It was just green?
I think it was Nigeria.
The old Nigeria flag is green, white, and green.
Oh, no, maybe it wasn't Nigeria.
Well, that's their current flag. What's the old flag? The old flag was this. Okay, from 1940 to 1960, it was a blue flag, and the upper left corner was the Union Jack, and then kind of like to the right of the Union Jack was a red circle with the green Star of David, a crown, and the word Nigeria. Not
Nice.
a very hodgepodge flag.
Graphic design is my
Man,
passion.
I love the flags where it's just another country's flag, but made smaller up in the corner.
Well, that's how Britain worked,
I
right?
swear this was a thing. Oh, it was Libya, not Nigeria. Okay.
Libya, wow.
I always mess up the two.
The flag of the Kingdom of Libya was adopted when Libya gained full independence in 1951. It consisted... Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's just green.
It's just green.
It's just this green. Interesting going for just the single color.
It's very ambitious.
It's a bold move. It's a very bold move.
Yes. And green. Very green move.
They were so ahead of their time.
Exactly.
Watch this little news report from like the 80s, I think, where it's from Australia, and like they had this computer that just was like the end of the world is gonna, if things continue the way they are, the world's gonna end in the 2040s. Oh, cool.
Ha.
It was kind of sad. I don't want to die. I want to be alive in the 2040s, probably.
Probably?
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know. I can't see the future.
Andrew ages rapidly. He was 23 on the last podcast. Now he's 48.
Yeah, I might, when I lose my vision all the way, I think that's when I'm gonna call it quits. You know?
Jeez. All right. Took a dark turn.
Yeah.
Suicide pact, let's go.
What the fuck?
I mean, look, listen.
Man, when I go blind, I'm just gonna blow my brains out. Anyway, how are you guys
no
doing
offense
today?
to blind people, but I don't think I could live like that. I'm already getting there.
I know I couldn't live like that because my future income depends on my eyesight.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, I'm Uni. I'm an internet personality.
And these are my two depressed friends.
These are two depressed
Two
friends.
depressed friends talking about going blind and offing themselves. You know, just
You can catch streams every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Maybe.
I'll try and schedule my funeral to not be a stream day.
No, I'll just stream the funeral.
oh my god.
How trashy would that be? It's only
How many views I would get on that shit?
It's even weirder when people stream. Oh, not weirder, but it's also weird when people stream like their weddings.
Oh, that's weird.
That's weird.
What are you doing, dude? Stop! Don't
Grammy
share.
couldn't make it, so I'm gonna put it on Twitter, cause she has that.
If they can't make this ceremony, that's their problem. Man.
I can see like doing some sort of live stream for the people who couldn't be there, but then that.
Oh
Also
yeah,
be
but like
weird.
a private live.
Just sitting there. Yeah, but make
Or
it
just
private.
If, tape it and then
If
send
you
it.
if you attend a wedding through live stream, and like you have a video, and like people can see you. It's just you're just a computer sitting on a chair or something. Do you have to dress formally?
If you're a monitor on a chair.
Do you still have to dress formally? Is there still a
If
dress
you're
code?
if you're on a Skype call,
Yeah.
Yes.
you show yourself. You're just formally from shoulders to waist. Just I'm dressed. Now
And then you
wearing
just
any-
don't
not
have
wearing any
pants. Yeah.
I like how we're all just ditch the pants. No pants.
Fuck pants. Don't fuck pants, but fuck pants.
Fuck in pants.
No, that chafes.
That's worse than what I said.
Learned from experience, huh,
And
Andrew?
then you get the zipper teeth on you, and it's not a good time. Not a good time.
I've never heard anybody call them the zipper teeth.
The zipper teeth, that's what they are.
Zipper teeth. Nom nom.
I've just never heard that term.
No.
Because I don't think I've ever had an actual conversation about zippers.
No?
No.
Speaking of zippers, did you
I
know
I did not mean for that to be a
the
segue,
company-
Andrew.
YKK has such a huge monopoly on zippers? And let me tell you, they make good zippers. 'Cause I've seen other
Anyway.
zippers. Hang on. No, you got me on this. And you're going to take your lumps.
No.
Because I don't know if you ever noticed. Look at your
Stupid
pants.
zipper.
Look at your pants right
Brad.
now. Chances are
I don't-
they're YKK.
I'm
Look
not
at my
wearing
zipper.
pants with a zipper. Actually, wait.
I'm wearing shorts right now.
I'm not wearing pants.
Do the shorts not have zippers?
No, they're like gym shorts.
Oh, you weirdo.
They're comfy. It's hot out, even though I'm under a blanket right now. Whatever.
I have to get ready whenever I do stuff. So I have to take a shower, gotta brush my teeth, which you should always do anyway. But like, it kind of got me whenever we were starting to record this after I woke up. So I was like, I gotta get ready. I gotta get ready for the day. Not leave the house, but I'm still gonna dress nice. And I'm in my blue jeans and my Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park shirt. It's gray. I locked my cat out of the door, and she was kind of hitting the wall.
Oof.
My cat's passed
What
out.
are you
right
wearing,
next to me.
Pan? If you're not wearing pants.
Just
Just a
wearing
shirt?
some boxers, man. And a shirt, I guess, too.
This is the No Pants Club.
That's the no pants
Should I take my pants off? Do I need to take my pants off? I feel like you guys are pressuring me into taking my pants off.
Dude, if you want to, I can't see you.
None of us can see you. This is a podcast.
We could just Pan could be lying to us, and we don't know.
I would
Pan-
say
Pan
I'd send a
could be in a
pic, but I
full
don't
suit
think
right
that's...
now.
Yeah.
Pan, if you were in a full suit, you're a choke.
I don't even own a full suit.
No,
Actually,
Pan's
I
at a wedding. He's recording the podcast at a wedding.
At a wedding, in the middle of like the in the middle
Yeah, my
of the
brother
vows.
just got fucking married.
Hey, you know what? That's not completely out of possibility.
He's all the way in North Carolina. How the fuck would I be in the same
Want to do a
state?
wedding podcast?
Wait, did he get married?
No, he didn't.
Andrew, can you marry people?
I need to get a marriage license,
Damn it.
but that should
Live
be pretty
wedding
easy.
on the
I just
podcast.
gotta take my thing.
Pan and his... I don't even know what to call that creature.
body pillow?
No, it doesn't have a name. I don't know what to call his creature.
What creature?
Which creature?
You know the one that I'm talking about. The one that has feet for eyes and a fucking hand for a mouth.
Oh, that one.
Can we call it Steve?
Steve.
Alright, let's do a
Alright,
live wedding
yes.
between Pan and Steve.
Yes. Take that, single life. Ha.
I'm married to my drawing.
So since Steve
I'm
doesn't have
so
a mouth, he has to
arrogant.
speak through Morse code.
Just snapping.
No, sign language. He has a hand, dude.
He doesn't have a full hand.
I mean, he still has
It's half
fingers.
a palm and there's fingers.
You can still do sign language with one hand. And, like, yeah. We could just put him on a stool and he could, like, slap the stool.
You put him on a stool? No, I preferred, like, just that this thing's, like, floating.
Can Steve get pregnant?
What?
I don't know.
Is Pan the one in the... Wait, no, is Steve the one in the dress?
Who's in the dress?
I don't
Or is
know.
it a double
How do you
suit
even
wedding?
put a dress or a suit on that thing?
How do you...
The
How do you
same
put
reason
anything on that thing? It's a
the
suit
same
with two
way-
feet for
Socks
eyes
on
and a
him.
head for a mouth.
The same way you put a dress on a dog. Velcro.
Okay, I'm sending the picture and I ask, how do you put a dress on it? God, I need a...
We'll just give him a tie. That's it. We'll just wrap a tie around him. He's dressed.
But it might choke him.
Does he have a neck? He's like Kirby.
He's just a ball of flesh. It could choke
Kirby
him.
has shoes.
Wait, does that mean that we have to put dress shoes on Steve's eye feet?
Yes.
This derailed very quickly.
Yeah, because we all started shouting at each other.
Were we ever on
I can't wait to read back through this chat. Oh my god, how the fuck do you put an address on that? In between the 2 feet, Andrew, you're gonna have to put this in the podcast now. In between the the space between the hand and the feet, we're just gonna put a little bow tie in between there. That's it, he's dressed. Put little dress shoes on the feet.
Oh my god.
Put a glove on that hand. His nails are making me uncomfortable.
No.
Oh my god. How quickly we just started shouting about this creature.
Hey! He's not a creature. He's my husband.
Fiance, Andrew doesn't have his marriage license yet.
Shit, you right?
You guys better not divorce. I'm not having any wedding.
We don't want his first and only
in
marriage
divorce.
to be a divorce.
How do you know it'll be the only marriage?
Yeah, for my wedding. This is some guy that I met on the internet 10 years ago. He's gonna marry us now.
Oh, I thought you were talking about your future husband.
Yeah, my future husband.
It's just some guy I met on the internet.
You're my future husband?
No, I'm not your future husband. Gross.
Good, because that's facial hair weak.
What are you talking about? Listen, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shave it off when you're asleep, and I'm gonna put super glue, and I'm gonna glue it on you.
Oh, we just saw this fucker's anus.
What?
That's
not
your
Steve's
kid?
anus.
Well, now I'm disappointed. Now Andrew's gonna have to put this on screen. Reminds me of that one D&D monster.
Are you thinking of the Beholder?
I think that's it.
It's the giant eye.
He's gonna kidnap your
Is
children.
this your kid, Pan?
What? It's not my
Is this
kid.
the best man?
What if it's like Daisy from Melee, her trophy, how it has that eye in the back of her head?
Oh,
Do you guys know about that?
I didn't.
Daisy has that eye on the back of her head in Melee? No?
No, I know what you're talking about. I just wanted to make you really uncomfortable.
So my friend really hates a lot of the Persona 3 cast.
He hates everybody except for Mitsuru.
He hates everyone except for Mitsuru. He actually likes Shinji once we got to know him, and then, spoiler alert, Shinji is taken from us. But you know what? That game is like... That game is 12 years old. You had your chance.
I like how you're saying taken from us, but I'm pretty sure we've shouted on stream. Probably the only time that Pan was here on stream. We probably talked about Shinji being dead.
He's a dead
I'd
boy.
probably talked about it on my Persona stream.
The rule of thumb is, if I'm here, we probably talked about Shinji.
Me and Pan spent 2 hours talking about Shinji.
Yeah, I know. Those pictures were weird.
Not enough.
Yeah, almost 5 a.m. talking about fucking Shinji.
It's not long enough. We needed to go till like noon the next day.
I can't remember if we talked about this on stream or whatever, but do you think for Persona Q2, since Shinji can somewhat live, does he ever wake up from his coma?
He does.
Okay, he does?
In
okay, so since Shinji...
In P3 Portable, if you're on the female round and you romance him, in the last scene right before the spoilers female protagonist dies, Shinji will run up before the others and say
be
goodbye
like,
to
how
you.
dare you make an old man, or like a sick man, run up here.
He goes, first day out of the hospital and you're making me run up to the roof?
How crazy would it be? So I don't know, he woke up. So I was thinking, imagine like if he never woke up, right? And then Persona Q2 happens, and she still like has to deal with coma Shinji, and then she meets the Persona 3, the canon Persona 3 cast, and then she sees a living Shinji. It's gonna be like a Spider-Man / Spider-Gwen kind of thing. How in Spider-Gwen's world, Peter Parker died.
No, Peter Parker turned into a lizard, I thought, in Spider-Gwen's world.
I thought you said lesbian for a second.
He died.
Yeah,
in Spider-Gwen's
Peter Parker
world.
turned into a lesbian. What are you guys talking about?
What? Is this some sort of in-joke?
No. I thought he said lesbian instead of Elizabeth.
Did you say Elizabeth? Okay, now we're all fucking not hearing each other.
I can't hear anything.
Welcome to the Repeat That podcast.
Repeat that podcast. Da 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 da. We also got sued by Price is Right for stealing their theme song.
Shit, man.
Fucking Price
Whoops.
is Right.
I should have stuck with that career as a lawyer.
Last week when I was getting pizza, I walked in, And of course, like, I place what I tell her what I want, and as I'm waiting for, as I'm waiting for everything, I'm sitting down, and I look up at the TV at the play, like, that they have, and one of my least favorite movies are playing.
What movie?
Catwoman.
Okay.
That movie's terrible. And I'm just sitting there watching one of the worst movies, and I just get like entranced in it. And then she finally, like, everything's done. I'm just like, huh. And she's like, "Wow, you must really like that movie." I'm like, "No, no, I don't."
Poor Halle Berry. She was set up for so much success before that movie, and then Catwoman happened and put a dent in things.
Oof.
That movie, I think, went through a lot of script changes as well.
Oh, did it?
That's always a good sign when a movie's in development. Hell.
Definitely.
I beat WarioWare Gold about
Nice,
last week.
dude.
Really good game. The cutscenes are really funny, and one of the things that the game lets you do is redub the cutscenes using the 3DS's mic. So
Oh,
you
no.
God.
you can have your friends talk over everything. So I got to get a bunch of friends.
I have to get some friends.
Gotta go to the market, pick up some friends.
Wait, you don't buy friends? Shit, I've been doing it wrong all this time.
Don't ask why, but I was watching some Lifetime movies,
Are you a drunk white girl by yourself?
possibly, but it was called Killer Single Dad, and it's about this guy who kidnaps babies and like raises them as his own or something.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he finds this pregnant woman and starts helping her. He gets her to like divorce her husband
It.
and like get a restraining order against him, all in the hopes of stealing the baby after she gives birth. And he lives in some apartment, then he ends up moving, and like his landlady is British, and she discovers that he kidnaps babies because she's like the only person who has any sort of detective work, because Lifetime movies, the cops suck. And so she figures out that the guy's
I think you mean in
kidnaps
every movie,
babies.
cops suck.
But she finds out that he kidnaps the baby, and he's like, "Oh, that's why you don't have pictures of her in your apartment." And then she starts threatening him, saying like, "I'm going to call the cops, but unless you give me the life insurance policy of your ex-wife of $500,000." And then he kills her.
What?
It's like, what was your plan, lady? What was your plan? You went there, threatened this guy who you know is a psycho, kidnaps babies. You threaten him, and then he kills you. She had a gun that she couldn't use, so that was cool. I just watched her die. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of a scene. And they made this character unnecessarily terrible and also
Unnecessary.
unnecessarily stupid. You got yourself killed
Yes.
for $500,000. And then I watched this other video. So, do you guys hear about that plane that got hijacked?
I did.
I feel
Okay.
like.
What the internet dubbed this man Air Chad.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know it's a really messed up situation.
It is.
When you listen to the audio.
On the plane, I watched a video of the people. I watched video of the people on the ground watching it, and like this guy identifies the plane immediately. He's like, "It shouldn't be that low. It shouldn't be that low. What's it doing here?" And then the way the video ends is like the plane goes behind the houses and you don't really see anything anymore. And then the video ends with the guy saying, "Go grab my keys and wallet." It's like, what is your plan? What was your plan?
Go
What are you gonna
chase
do?
this sucker down.
You're gonna go chase the plane. You're gonna pit maneuver the plane.
Yeah, dude, I'm just gonna chase the plane until it crashes and blows up and kills me.
Go grab your own keys and wallet. I don't know where your keys and wallet are.
Gotta chase the plane on foot.
Yeah, me as the viewer, I don't know where your keys and wallet
I doubt
are.
whoever's with him knows where his keys and wallet. I want to believe that he's also with a bunch of strangers and says that.
He's just in his backyard with a bunch of strangers. Hey, you, run into my house and grab my keys and wallet. Oh, yeah, you want me to go grab your wallet? Sure.
It's really funny because I was watching The Office last night, and it's the one where Pam gives birth, and they need to get the birth song from the iPod, and so they send Dwight over to their house to go get it. He's like, "Let me tell you where the keys are," and he's like, "Nah, don't tell me where the keys are." So he just breaks into their house, then discovers mold under their cabinet, and starts renovating their entire kitchen by taking a sledgehammer and destroying the cabinets. Oh, it's so cringe. It's so cringy, but so funny. He slept in their bed naked.
Nice, dude.
I don't know why the cameraman was there, but it's great. I love those mockumentary type shows. Reno 911 was really good when the cameraman gets killed, because like they arrest these girls and then they back up into reverse and they hit the cameraman. They pin him between their car and another car. And like it's from the cameraman's perspective, and you see they back up into him, and the camera just slams down into the car. And they drive off, and they're like, "Oh my god, Charlie!" Like, "Oh my god, they killed Charlie!"
Wow.
Reno 911 is such a great show. I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but really give it a watch. There's the 2-part episode where the police chief dies, and his last words to Deputy Dangle are "Avenge me," and they try and figure out who killed him. And they think it was his wife because she came to his funeral with like a new boyfriend.
Oh.
And then they eventually get the footage of the police station to figure out how he died, and they're reviewing it, and he has a peanut allergy, and they see him go to a vending machine, buy peanuts, eat the peanuts, and then go into anaphylactic shock.
Oh my god.
So this whole time they're accusing the wife of killing him. Come to find out that he kills himself through sheer stupidity.
That's how I want to go out.
Eating peanuts?
Stupidly?
Well, I mean, I don't have a peanut allergy, but I'll just eat enough peanuts until I die.
I feel like we had a good discussion today.
Ever seen the Netflix show Big Mouth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really care for it.
I enjoy that show I enjoy that show more on my second viewing of it. Because at that point I was just mainly paying attention to the jokes and not the fucking gross shit that's happening. But in the final episode, one of my favorite line, it's when the main characters discover porn. And I forgot what character said it, but it's just, why is that girl sucking a strap-on? Who's getting pleasure out of that? Anyway.
Strap-ons are the peak of human engineering.
Yeah.
Nice. Anyway, I guess we're ending it now.
The Brooklyn Bridge?
We're ending it now.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next episode.
Wow, that actually worked. We'll see you guys. Bye.